walk you through that, but really, if you have some questions you want to start out with, and Peter, we haven't had a chance to meet or talk yet, so I'm open to that while Monica's pulling up that stuff, if you have any questions.
First thing you said, it's around 5 minutes?
Around 5 minutes,
okay.
Yep. And TED Talks are very strict about time. So we will do some practice rounds before so that we'll know, like, okay, Peter's almost done and it's 5 minutes. We'll let him go the next 18 or 20 seconds it takes to finish his thought, right? As opposed to Sierra's only halfway through her talk and her 5 minutes are up. Then we're going to have to kind of cut you off. So we'll do a lot of practice to make sure that doesn't happen, because we're talking about very clear, short, powerful talks rather than a whole lot of detail, right?
Do you want to read through them and say
Sure,
something
I can
about
say
it,
something
or?
about each one of them if you want.
Have you met Heather?
I have maybe.
Sierra's mom.
Sierra's mom. I think
And
she came to
now
pick Sierra up when I was here last time.
She's in full-time, well, she's in the lab now.
She's in the lab?
In the bee house. She's going to be making pies because of our next venture, a pie lab.
The pie lab, yeah.
We love her dearly because she's brought food. We're
Food is
starving.
everything. I just ate lunch with somebody else, so I'm
I love
packed.
these
But,
puppies.
so you can quiz me. Let's see how I can do, Monica.
Two.
Oh, she's going off. All right, so I'll go sit over here so I can look. Oh, I said you can quiz me. Let's see how I can do.
Okay.
All right.
Well, first
I
of all, you
remember
guys,
the rundown.
it looks like there's maybe 15 names, and about 4 down is Christian, Loveland, BU House, and then a few more down is Peter, Loveland, BU House, and then the second to last, Sierra, Loveland, BU House.
Yeah. So
On this website page.
yeah, you're there. And that website is getting blasted out all over the country right now, because as the different speakers from around the country
Diploma? Who needs a diploma?
are
Just kidding.
are getting notified, they're sharing it with their network of friends. And what you can't see in that list that I wanted to make sure is clear is that there are 3 main sections, right? And what we've done is sort of scattered you 3 across those sections. So Christian, you'll go in the first one called the promise, which is sort of like, what could it all be, right? Or no, that's backwards, the potential. Get those 2 confused. You'll be in the first one called the potential, so it's the what could it all be, right? What if we saw the world through my eyes? If we saw this town the way I see it, what would it look like, right? And that fits in with some of the other speakers who will be talking about potential. The second section, the one you're going to be talking to, Peter, is called the challenge, right? And it's really all about what are we up against if we see that vision, what are the challenges that we face? And rethinking the way we educate, rethinking the way we learn is an important part of that challenge. Sierra, you're the promise, right? Because the network of mentors that you've put together suggests that seeing the world differently can have real results that pay off, right? There's real promise when instead of saying, here's the pathway you march down to a degree and a diploma and this kind of stuff, there's a lot of promise that comes out that you have realized through the networking that you're building. So those 3 sections, each of them have speakers doing talks anywhere from 3 to 18 minutes long. All right? There's only one 18-minute long talk allowed, and that's going to be by, that's because of the rules from TED. That's by our that's by a man named Peter Kageyama, who's coming to us from, I think, Florida, back east somewhere. And he's part of the For the Love of Cities movement. There's sort of new urbanism and talking about renewing older communities and putting new life back into them. And his talk is going to be on the potential of old frontier towns. How a frontier town like Loveland that was established not all that long ago out of a belief that we could imagine something really new and different here could be part of the new frontier of what the new America looks like if it embraces the creative sector, right? And really, ultimately, that's why people all over town want to do this talk, is because they're trying to find a way to jumpstart Loveland's creative sector. Different kind of employment than going to work in an office somewhere and pushing paper. Right?
I highly recommend that you guys take a look. I can email you or put it on your Facebook. Peter's, one of his tedx's that he spoke at, and it sounds so much like what we're doing. You got to fall in love with the city and look for ways to change it.
Which is